Sekai boys.
Sekai boys.
FF 22, no, 21. I'm a student. Architecture from Germany, North Rhine-Westphalia. It's in the west, I would say.
Sasha. I'm 22 years old. I'm a student in computer science in Lille, France.
My name is Friedrich, 22. Also student, architecture student. So North Rhine-Westphalia, also from Germany.
Alba. I'm 21. I'm studying medicine.
I'm Holden, 22. For work, I'm going to start working as a park ranger.
I'm Maggie, and I'm 17, so I'm just a student.
It's with the school, university. We came here to travel and to look at architectural buildings and learn more about the Japanese culture and architecture.
I always dreamed about coming here, and I am doing a solo trip. So the first time I go only me to a trip, and it is yet really cool. I love it.
Right now because it's holiday, so I can travel, and because I really like the culture, and I was studying a bit of Japanese before coming here. Like I have seen like dramas, like TV series dramas, and like anime as well. And yes, just the language, I really like it, and like the traditional things. Like for example, there was the Jump Festival in Kyoto, like not long ago, and I wanted to see that. So I went there as well, and I also like the food as well.
My mom went to school with a woman from Japan, so we met up with her here.
Our sister lives in Korea too, so we went and visited our sister first, and then we flew over all together to Japan.
It's been very, very different compared to Germany. A lot of similarities, but it's really, you can see that it's a different kind of culture that has been developing over the last thousands of years without any Western influence. But right now, we, like in the modern parts of Japan, you can also see the Western influence, and it's kind of interesting to see those two cultures clashing into each other, and it's very interesting. So even though it feels really far away, you can also we kind of also feel it also feels similar. On this trip, we are looking at a lot of Kenzo Tange buildings or Tadao Ando. She is a big fan of Shionara. And we will also be looking at a couple of buildings from Kengokuma.
I guess architecture. So my favorite architect, Japanese architect, is Kazuo Shionara, and it's really a different view on modernism. So he takes like the Japanese culture, extract it, and put it with modernism together, and that's really interesting because you have this cultural thing, and it's also Japanese architecture. And in Germany, it was like more like something from the space, architecture from the space, perhaps. So yeah, not really something from the culture at some point. So at first, when you see it, it's like a little bit, yeah, you don't really know what you can do with it in Germany. But here, it's like it really fits well. Yeah, that's from Germany. But when you see buildings like this, at first, it doesn't really fit into the culture because it's really strict, something like that.
Really tough to say. A lot of movements and counter movements politically left and right. It's hard to say. So you can see that how much social media has impacted us in the past years, and that is something that you can kind of see, that everybody is on their phones and everybody's on social media, and everything is a little bit more connected in Germany and in between the cities, and that's kind of a interesting thing to see, which it seems like Germany is also a little bit westernized, a little bit modernizing, if you know what I'm saying. They're a little bit off of the traditions. No, I've heard it, but I never really thought, am I Gen Z or millennial or whatever? I don't know, but I think I am Gen Z. It's not really important to me.
So I mean, Gen Z are maybe more not responsible, but more aware of the climate change and all the things in France, even in Europe. But yeah, there's a lot of work of Gen Z or just students who works to fight for the climate aspects. Like in Europe, they did a thing like in all the fast food, they removed the plastic and they put like paper. Just paper. Like, even in McDonald's, you have you cannot take if you eat in the McDonald's, you have only the plates and like restaurants. So you cannot throw to waste, and they try to maybe do some greenwashing.
I think that are people that study a lot, because right now there's like a lot of the jobs usually, like if you are in Spain, to get a job you usually need like a degree or like a lot of like titles, like knowing languages, having a degree. So I think there's a lot of pressure on our generation to study a lot. I think that our generation is more like focused on climate change than the older generations.
I think Gen Z is very culturally, they use their phones a lot, and it's like social media is very prominent in Gen Z.
I guess also that we have like a more and more big right wing. So like yeah, a lot of people doesn't learn so much about culture because and the past, because we have like, but we have a lot of rich people and poor people, and it's getting really like moving from each other. So that's, I guess, in every nation not good. So there are a lot of conflicts. We have, I guess, the same problem as Japan. We have a lot of old people and not that much young people. I guess that comes like with a more wealthy state. So you have no money, you don't really think about children, perhaps. And we have like a take that we get refugees or from outside that are that can do the work and are good at it, but also that makes a lot of trouble because we have a lot of people that doesn't like them, and they're saying like they're taking the work from us. Yeah, of course. I guess that's a big plus for a community, because in Germany we have a lot of international food coming more and more, and when you do good work at integration, it functions really well. Yeah, so I think it's really good. I guess in Germany we really have like something we really talk about it, and we are like, we know what we did, and also the young people are more like they don't want to happen that again. They don't want that this happen again, and so we reflected a lot, and also in the families we talk a lot about it, and yeah, I guess that's a big point in the school. So we have like in Germany it's called Erinnerungskultur. So we remember what we did always, so it doesn't happen again.
I think politically there's like a lot of there's like a battle between, I think in every country there's a battle between left and right wing, and I think in Spain it's getting like I think in most European countries there's like an uprising of like the more like how do I say this, like the left, but that they are very extreme. There's like extreme parties on both sides. There's not like a lot of mediation between both parties. So I think there's like a lot of like uprising of the extreme sides.
I have no clue who's gonna be the next president. I can't vote yet either, but I do think the way that we run it is a little bit wonky.
Okay, like for me, I like my country because Spain is very diverse. Depending, like if you are in the north, you are going to see like a lot of mountains, a lot of rivers, like a colder climate. But if you go to the south, you see like all of the beaches and all of like, I think it's very different. Spain is kind of small compared to other countries, but it has like a lot of diversity because like historically, Spain was like invaded and it had like it has a lot of like different cultural diversities because of like Spain history. So you can see a lot of like, for example, Muslim, like their religion, but in Spain there's like Christians, Muslims, there's like a lot of different people, which I like people that steal, like pickpockets, and there are like not a lot of laws that can like punish them because it's like considered like a small steal. For example, if they take like your wallet or something like that, and they like just go to the police station, you're like they took this, and even if you're with the person that stole it, they can only like maybe write down what they did, but if it's not like a big like criminal thing, there are not a lot of laws that punish them, so they keep doing it.
2, maybe 3, depending how much work I have for university. Sometimes no phone at all. I think YouTube is probably the best because you like Instagram is just you scroll and you watch things that are like of no importance, but at YouTube sometimes you can find really interesting stuff, but you also can find like things where you don't really have to focus, so you can find a little bit of everything. You can learn something, but you can also get entertained.
I guess I have a lot to do for university most of the time, but I would say YouTube as well, because you can watch some quality content and also like something more like relaxing.
Okay,
pretty much
he
only
he
Google
doesn't
Maps.
use social media.
Have you ever
Oh,
seen
Finch. Yeah, he
Pretty
doesn't
much,
use
yeah.
his phone a lot.
Okay.
I am definitely on my phone a lot. I use Instagram a lot. Yeah, I'm on Snap a lot as well. And my younger brother's on YouTube a lot.
Yeah.
I don't really use TikTok that much anymore. It's just not, I think it like uses my attention too much. Like I get taken away from like daily life whenever I'm on it. And I just scroll and scroll and scroll. Yeah, I prefer Instagram because as I'm still scrolling, I feel like I'm more conscious of what's happening. Yeah, I just use iMessage on Apple. Yeah.
I think there will be always a skill involved, because even if the AI stuff generates you the like anime or just films, you can just you can see like little details right now, maybe not in the future, but there will be always someone to see if the result is good or not, and just take the best parts, and therefore there will be always an human, to my opinion. But I see a lot of downsides, because I'm less like I learn less stuff, and then when I need to program myself, I'm like I don't know, and like if you are used to AI, you can use it to help yourself, but you need to try to learn things before using AI, because if not, you are not skilled, and would be a bad side of the AI. Few years, because there have been a lot of progress in that part. I don't know if you heard about the earphones that you could translate what you hear and what you can say, and maybe with the speaker tell the person in Japanese the way you speak French, and even with all the aspects of the AI, I think maybe the translation would be better. I mean, there's always a time to learn new things, and would be a good solution to just start doing some research, not fully using them and fully understand what they do, but only doing some research, to test, and see what you think, what the answer or what the result of the AI does, and if it helps you, why not you use it?
I think food also.
Yeah, food.
I think the younger generation is more like willing to try other foods. I'm gonna dog on my mom a little bit, but I feel like she is a little bit less willing to try these new foods that are over here. But I feel like everybody else is like really wanting to try it and like fully get to experience the food. And I think that in West Virginia, which is a smaller place that doesn't have as much diversity, I do think that there are a lot of kids that are still wanting that, like craving that diversity and like trying new things.